In this lecture, we will learn different ways to create arrays in JavaScript. Knowing the different approaches to array creation can significantly impact the clarity and efficiency of your code. There are notable ways to create an array in JavaScript. Let's start with array literal. It is the most basic and commonly used method of creating an array. This approach involves enclosed elements in square brackets. Let me show you practically. Here I'll create an empty array and assign it under name ARR with assignment operator. And for that I'll say let ARR is equal to square brackets and let's say console log ARR. Now let's run the code. And here we get square brackets indicating an empty array. We can populate this empty array with elements. Unlike other programming languages, in JavaScript we have the flexibility to store diverse data types within a single array, such as string, boolean, integer, even another array or objects as well. So here I'll try 3 data types. I'll say ARR of 0 will assign a string, apple, ARR of 1, let's assign integer, that is 1 to 3, and we'll assign a boolean on ARR 2, we'll say true. Now let's run the code and you can see that all the elements, that is the values, are displayed. The array literal method also enables direct data assignment. Let me assign all these data in square brackets separated by comma and remove these assignments. Now let's run the code and you can see the output is unchanged. So this is how we can assign data in an array with array literal method. Let's proceed to the next approach for creating an array, which involves using the array class, that is array constructor, with a new keyword. This approach allows for dynamic initialization and can be used to create arrays with a specified length or elements. So here I'll say let ARR is equal to new array, capital A that is, and in the brackets, for example, I give 3. Now if we run the code, and you can see that we have 3 empty items, which indicates that the size of the array ARR is allocated in the memory, that is 3, but still there is no element, that is no value assigned in that place. So we predefined the size of the array, and now let's also assign the values. So I'll say ARR of 0 is equal to apple, ARR of 1 to 3, and ARR of 2 will be true. Now let's run the code. And here we get an array with 3 elements in the output. With this array constructor, if we provide more than one parameter, it considers all parameters as elements of the array. So for example, here instead of 3, if I give apple, 1 to 3, true, and also remove these assignments. Now let's run the code. And here we get the same output. So if only a number parameter is passed into the parentheses, that will set the length for the new array with that number of empty slots. Otherwise, multiple data are always considered as elements of an array.